Do Xiegu G90 owners and hams in general have a clue about what a Vibroplex bug is? The bug, or semi-automatic key, is a really cool and historic CW key. It mechanically generates the dits, but you have to make the DAs manually. Learning how to use it is not always easy. Now, the bug was invented in 1904 by Horace Martin, who then founded the Vibroplex Company, which is the oldest continuously operating business in ham radio. Here's the modern bug, also known as a semi-automatic key, still being marketed by Vibroplex. I had a bug once, but I made the mistake of selling it because it did not work well with my Xiegu transceiver. Many modern transceivers have very low voltage in the keying circuit, and they don't like bugs because of contact resistance and bounce. Contacts in manually operated keys can actually bounce without you realizing it. I recently picked up a Xiegu G90 transceiver, nice little rig, and I'd like to know if anyone has successfully used a bug with it. So I posted that question on a Xiegu G90 forum, and the answers I got have convinced me that not one of them has ever used a bug or even knows what it is. One guy said, check out Radio Oddity. They've got some keys that will work. Anyone see a bug on this page? Another guy says, Radio Oddities just announced 2 new keys for their radios. Same 2 keys you just saw. Here's another one. The G90 can be configured for a straight key or bug keying. The G90 also has an internal iambic keyer. Another one, I have 2 Vibroplex paddles, not a bug. Paddles different. Both work perfectly with my G90. Here's another one. Any straight key or iambic key will work with the G90. Still no mention of the Vibroplex bug. So I figured I'd help these guys out. I uploaded a picture of a bug so they'd know it's not a typical key. Well, I get an email from the moderator owner of the forum saying, I deleted your post and picture because we all know what a bug is. Then he says, any CW key is just a switch and will work with your Xiegu. Really? You mean a CW key is just a switch? Gee, I didn't know that. Do hams even have any idea what a bug is, a semi-automatic key? Do most hams even know CW now? I'm wondering. You know, I have no problem with the FCC eliminating the code requirement to get licensed, but that's no excuse not to learn it. Is everyone only on FT8 and sideband? You know, I've heard hams say, I tried, but I could never learn CW. Well, I learned it when I was a 15-year-old kid and got my novice license. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to learn CW, and back then, I had to learn from little vinyl records, little, you know, like you put on a turntable. It was a CW course. Now there are vast resources on the internet and elsewhere to learn CW. Now, the digital modes are great, but you have to drag along a computer if you do Parks on the Air or Summits on the Air. Learning CW opens up a whole new ham radio experience. And like digital, you only need a few watts to work the world, as they say. You know, I find the CW contests to be fun. The bands are then loaded with CW operators, and I like to just jump in and make about a dozen contacts. CW is a skill that requires minimal equipment and offers a connection to the history and traditions of amateur radio. Consider subscribing to this channel in 73.